The largest fashion firm in the world is Moet Hennessy Louis Vuitton. The world's largest and greatest clientele have grown to appreciate LV's exceptional craftsmanship over the years. Pure luxury is epitomized by Louis Vuitton. LV has collaborations with Marc Jacobs, Tiffany & Company, Dior, Sephora, Fendi, Tag Heuer, Fenty, and Hublot. Louis Vuitton was born in France in 1821, beginning a long line of illustrious ancestry. Vuitton has endured the worst to create the company that is named after him, with the intention of fleeing a mentally abusive household and beginning a new life. Their distinctive styles are still in use all across the world after 3 generations of struggle, survival, and pioneering. Let's examine how Louis Vuitton made history as a modest luggage manufacturer. Before he created his company, Vuitton understood the value of a strong work ethic and perseverance. Vuitton had first-hand experience with poverty because he grew up in an Eastern French household of farmers and millers. After his mother went away, his father Xavier Vuitton remarried, and Louis's stepmother was abusive to him. When he reached 16 in 1837, he had traveled 292 miles from his hometown to Paris by foot. He worked odd jobs with artisans and craftsmen but was unable to support himself and ended up sleeping on the streets. According to Rebag, Vuitton arrived in Paris at a time when transportation had become more convenient for long-distance travel. Long-distance travel became very popular as a result. Monsieur Maréchal took on Vuitton as an apprentice and taught him how to make strong containers. After a few years, Vuitton's mastery put him in high demand. He established a business on Rue Neuve des Capucines, where he became known for his creation of baggage. At the time, the trunks had rounded tops to allow water to drain, but this did not secure the contents. The first steamer trunk made of grey canvas, known as the Trianon, was created by Vuitton in 1858. The goods were in high demand, but production quickly stopped. The family had to leave their home and live in camps during the Franco-Prussian War in 1870 in order to survive. The family came dangerously close to starving to death because food was so limited. According to the Good Life France, after the war was over, Vuitton returned home to find his workshop devastated and his supplies missing. However, he was unaffected by this experience. The bag maker, though, was already seeking a new location to set up shop. Following the war, property values significantly decreased, enabling Vuitton to set up shop in a wealthy area of Paris, France. After a few months, his company took off, and he started receiving orders from all around the world. He established a store in London and also received orders from the royals. Louis made the decision to incorporate his son Georges in the company since he found it difficult to work long hours at his advanced age. Georges Vuitton, Louis Vuitton's son, created an unpickable lock system in 1886. Louis Vuitton unexpectedly passed away in 1892, at the height of the company's success. Georges, his son, took over and started working right away. He met John Wanamaker, who invented the idea of department stores and price tags, when he went to the Chicago World's Fair. The bags that Vuitton produced began to be sold in his store, Wanamaker's. In honor of his father, Vuitton designed the LV monogram and flower pattern in 1896. According to Hooks, Vuitton had established a distribution network all over America by the 1930s. The tragic event occurred, and Georges Vuitton passed away in 1936 as business was booming. When Gaston took over the company, things got off to a difficult start. Due to the global closure of the third-generation Vuitton's factory and retail outlets due to the impending start of World War II. According to the author of the book Louis Vuitton, The French Saga, Gaston worked with Germany's ruling party to design their luggage, ensuring that his store in Vichy, France, stayed open. In 1946, as the war came to an end, Gaston gave his sons control of the company. The company had difficulties after Gaston's death in 1970. According to the Times, when the brothers disagreed, their brother-in-law, Henri Raquemire, took charge. When LV went retail, the sales rose from $20 million to $260 million in just 6 years. By opening stores all around the world, LV had amassed $1 billion in revenues by 1987. Raquemire combined the business with names like Mo Hennessy in order to build the LVMH brand. They also combined with Guerlain, Givenchy, and Berluti. Raquemire was given the support of Bernard Arnault, who has been the CEO since 1989. As sales declined over time, the company teamed up with designers like Vivienne Westwood and Manolo Blahnik to produce the 100th anniversary editions, which provided LV some much-needed momentum. Since then, the business has experienced consistent development and has expanded into the watch, apparel, and sunglasses markets. With a net worth of $28.4 billion, the brand evolved from being mediocre to becoming the top fashion firm internationally. All of this can be traced back to Louis Vuitton, who lived on the streets as a street kid in the hopes of bringing about change for future generations. Tell us in the comments what your favorite facts was from this video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more.